It's your boy Settle, man.
And the kid D Brown. All right, so let's
Right.
Hold up, 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 hold up. I told that bitch you better hold up. Suck a dick and made her throw up. Legendary about to blow up. Million niggas need to hold up.
It's your boy Settle.
and the homie D Brown.
And we sitting here, man, on Sauce House TV where we do legendary talk. You feel me? I want to give an introduction to what's going on. Me and D will be the main host. It's the new podcast, man. You already know what's going on.
Already.
We finna come here, interview the top people in the city, top people outside the city, whoever y'all want to see. Do with the comments, man. You know what I'm saying?
Let us know.
Yes, man. All the links will be in the description. But I had to bring somebody on that I really fuck with for years now. So for my first annual episode, you feel me? My first thing out here. Y'all see where we at. You know what I'm saying? You know, an artist would know where we at.
You already, man. If you're from Daytona, you know where we at.
Right, man.
Already.
So no further ado, I'm talking about one of the best engineers, dog, in Central Florida. A lot of hot people, hot names, including myself. We got Less the Icon people that's just in my brand that have been here, man. Hey, man, give it up, man. Chico Mr. God, man. What up, bro? Welcome, man. Welcome, man. Welcome, man. I know you home. You know what I'm saying? We in your home. So we appreciate you for leaving us and giving us a
legendary
spot.
talk. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, man. But yeah, we here, man. You know what I'm saying? Anything you want to say to the people real quick before we
Man, I just want to appreciate everybody in the surrounding areas that's came and showed your boy some love over the years. You know, the studio's been around for a long time. So yeah, pretty much. I'm Chico the Mix God. You need anything, recorded, mix, hit me up. I'm with it.
Listen, anything you hear come out of legendary music, this is the guy that's mastering it.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Hot shit.
Listen, all you got to do is send it over. Make sure you got that bread. You know what I'm saying? Because he running the business.
Right.
And we're going to get that shit in. I can't complain. Go listen to all my shit. You see how it sound. I can't complain.
Crispy.
So if you down, you need, first of all, a session. You need a session, and then you need to get mixed and mastered.
Tap in.
Tap in, link
here,
in.
Here.
Be ready to grow, man, because it's going to make you grow.
And I'm going to put you to work, too. Put you to work.
What? I remember my first time in this bit, but I was struggling, boy.
Yeah,
Really?
I remember.
Yeah, you can't tell me nothing now, though.
Said had got a little upset with me, but you know,
Hey,
you live and learn and grow.
And that's the thing, though, I learned with people that I, you know real people, when you got to get uncomfortable with them and be able to be honest with them, and hopefully you can take it and grow from it, or you take it and run from it. So it was definitely a learning experience, especially as a young artist in the game, just starting when I did. To hear something like that, I wasn't prepared for that, you feel me?
Yeah.
So it's like, that was something where over time I had to be like, okay, now I get what he was saying, now I get where I need to go.
You know what's crazy too is because, like, you know, everybody that comes in here, right, you gotta judge on how far I can say to them, on what I can say to them. So it's like, if I know that you kind of don't have a good, strong backbone, I gotta kind of ease it or not even say nothing at all and just let you guys figure it out.
Right.
But when I first met Sed, it was like, okay, Sed had that demeanor of like, he got a backbone for this shit, so he gonna be able to take whatever criticism I throw at him in any kind of way.
Right.
So it's like, man, I straight up told Sed, I said, bro, that shit trash. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
Straight up.
You know what I mean?
He asked me,
like,
I think verbatim, he said, are you sure you want to do this?
Yeah, like,
That was the most disrespectful thing that somebody had said, but I needed that to go hit the drawing board.
Right.
and that's not how I even meant it. And I think that Sed probably took that a little bit.
Right.
And probably did think that I meant it in a disrespectful way. But part of being an engineer is kind of finding that line of like, what can I say to you guys to kind of make you understand or make you really get what I'm saying and how to be better at what you're doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That was definitely something.
And I've had to change how I approach the situation over the years because of incidents like we had when we first, you know what I mean?
Right. But looking at it, well, where we at with it right now? We about, how long have I known you? About 2017?
Three, 4 years?
Yeah, 3. I'm talking about like a consistent just friendship.
Probably even longer than that.
I'm thinking about 5. I think I met you 2017.
Yeah, because I've had the studio for about 7. So yeah, it's got to be like 4 or 5 years.
So, and then remember the first 2 years I wasn't even rapping them knowing you. I was just managing.
You was
doing my
managing,
thing.
yeah.
But you know, brick walls happen. You got to keep going. I had to keep the brand going, so I had to just pick up the slack and still manage, but still, you know, try to build a brand to a higher level. So that's basically what I did. But yeah, man, let's go ahead and get into it. Maybe we'll get nice and, you know what I'm saying? I told you, you know, from the get-go, we're We finna ask some questions that people want to know.
Yep.
And we just gonna go from there. You feel me?
For sure.
Hold on, I wanna go back. You say you can get mix in here, you can get master here, you can also get beats here though too, right?
Video, you can do everything.
Whatever you want to do.
One-stop shop. That's how we look at it.
All right.
Oh yeah, my dog Leak.
Yeah, shout out
My
Leak,
business,
man.
my business partner, man, he's phenomenal at everything. He wears a bunch of different hats.
Right, shout out Leak, man. And also, that's another thing.
Hell of a
Any
artist.
beat that I've gotten, I literally came in here, got the beat from Leak, went home, wrote it, and came back and he recorded it. That's literally how it can work.
Fire.
So
One-stop shop. Man.
if that's not a production company, I don't know what is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So whatever you need.
Yeah, I'm not too groovy on the beat side myself. I can tell you what I think needs to go in there or take out to make it sound a little better, but I think they call that executive producing.
That's what we do. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like I tell Lex and Benji them all the time. I don't
I
know
do that.
everything. I don't know everything y'all boys doing, but I do. I can come in the living room real quick when I ain't on the game, get my 2 cents, and go back in the room, and I come back out. They're like, "Hey, bro,
Yeah.
that was
You help create that.
right, bro."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all do that, but if I'm listening, I can come in and do the best of my abilities to help it sound a little better. Then I go back in my little room. I turn
Yeah.
P5 on. I'm like,
If it don't sound right, shit, we don't use it.
right,
It's just,
that's another thing.
Yeah. What they say, more ears, better.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, 4 is better than 2.
Yeah.
Anything better than just
Eyes,
2.
whatever.
Yeah, all that shit is better, man.
So look, like being like you seem like musically inclined, like it's obviously being an engineer, you got to be like musically inclined, like.
Yeah.
So like, is that how you started out as an engineer?
No, hell no. I started out as a 13-year-old artist.
Okay.
Going to the studio, spending $60, $80 an hour, not caring. Just working on my craft, really. The engineer that I worked with, it took him a while to kind of like open up, to like give me advice on how to be a better artist.
Okay.
So it was like I learned a lot as far as being an artist from him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then the engineering kind of just came over time. I was like, man, I'm more interested. Plus, I was getting older. You know, I'm 35, so it's like the timing for me to be an artist was kind of already capped out at a certain point.
we
You
was
know
just
what I'm
talking about that in
saying?
the
Like,
car.
I couldn't be no 2 Chainz and get hopped on at 32, 33.
We
you
just
know
was
what I
talking
mean?
about that in the car, bro.
So it's like being an artist, yeah, I learned a lot that would help me become a better engineer too, because now I got the ear for it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
You was an artist first,
I was
so
an
you know
artist
what
first,
the sound is.
and I literally started engineering. Nobody taught me how to do shit. I hollered at the engineer that taught me how to rap, and he was like, "Nah, I ain't teaching you."
Right.
Type shit.
Right.
So it was like, okay, I'm gonna learn this shit on my own. Fuck it.
And that's how you gotta do it sometimes.
So check me out. Where could we find like it's like a old Chico track like floating on SoundCloud or something like that?
Woo! Nah. When I was rapping, cause they didn't even have SoundCloud.
Damn.
Bro, I used to get my beats off of SoundClick.
Oh yeah.
SoundClick.
Them was like the LimeWire days too, right?
Yeah, that's some
bro.
LimeWire
Where
shit.
they have in the whole beat, purchase this track now. Purchase like this
Oh, wow.
spread all the way out.
Bro, that's an OG in the game. If you talking to an OG in the game, we know.
Bro, I was in the studio.
What's that,
13. SoundClick.
SoundClick.
Come on, man.
God,
YouTube
bro.
took the game over there. They changed the
Yeah,
game. with
YouTube
that
is you gotta say the GOAT now.
Let alone the
yeah.
producers that's came up over the years is way better than what I feel than back then. Like, that's what really creates the music of how it is today is based off of the beat. That's the foundation.
Right?
Because that will give you that vibe and that creativity.
Yeah.
The beat.
The beat is like that's what it is.
Try to write a song without a beat and then put it to a beat.
It don't sound right.
It don't sound right. Like, you need to hear that. There's a lot of people that can do it that way and then finesse on the fly type shit.
Right. There's people that do that.
It's a skill though.
Yeah, all this shit is a skill.
For sure.
But
Exactly.
yeah, man, we get into these questions and shit and go.
Shit,
from
I
there,
don't even
man.
know if I got a track, of old Chico track. I'm
gotta
like
see it.
somewhere deep down in
You
storage.
sound
You
like
gotta
Lil
dig
Davey,
that
but I'm
up.
just-
Yeah, somebody gonna want to hear
Nah,
that.
I believe
I
you
wasn't
sound
sound
like
like no
Davey.
little Davey.
I feel like you sound like Davey.
I was on some grimy shit, like cutting a bitch up and putting salt on their limbs type shit. Yeah, some crazy shit. Yeah.
Eminem type
That
shit.
boy trying to shoot those coolies.
No. Some grimy shit, some
Yeah.
up north shit. Up north rapping when I was rapping was a big influence.
So that's where you from, up north?
Nah, that's the crazy part. I'm from fucking Fort Myers.
Fort Myers, Florida.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Fort Myers, okay.
Fort Myers.
Yeah, so you still a Florida boy.
Yeah.
Right.
But
First time I went outside of Florida, I was like 32.
Damn.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, it's
was
crazy.
it music that took you out of Florida? Like,
Yeah, Davey
Yeah.
ass, yo. Took me out to Texas.
Shout out to Davey, man. Another star in Daytona.
Word.
Yeah, if he need to get back into making music, yeah. But shout out Lil Davey.
That boy a star for real.
Shout out Lil David.
Yeah.
So, what brought you to Daytona?
I grew up here though, low key. Parents moved out this way when I was about 5th grade. Been here ever since.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to high school, middle school out here, everything. I grew up out here.
Shout out to high school. Shout out to high
Where
school.
you went?
I went to Atlantic.
Oh,
Okay.
I went to
stop it, bro. You know,
Sea Breeze, what's up?
you already know, man. Mainland, man. Ain't no better place to go, boy.
Sea
Mainland.
Breeze, what's up, man?
Especially now, mainland power now.
Well, you see the school? They be like a university.
Bro, that's why
I got there just in time.
Bro, that's why I gotta take Davey once a year to do the little state testing. That
Oh
they do.
yeah. Oh yeah. He's
He homeschooled, so
yeah.
it's like, so I get to go there. That shit
Yeah, I
nice.
remember he was homeschooled.
Shit nice.
Oh, so like, what's that like then? Like having a child that's homeschooled. That's because I know that's like a different experience that a lot of people don't experience.
He really self-taught, to be honest. I don't help him. He got teachers. It's really the same as regular school, just all online. He got 5 different teachers, you know what I mean, for each subject.
Right.
He don't like it though. He wants the experience.
Of school. And
Yeah.
like, yeah. It's understandable.
If he was a loner and didn't have friends or none of that, like he would probably be okay with doing homeschool
Right.
and shit.
But I know them they know who Davey is.
Yeah.
I done seen the social media.
From back then and
I done
shit,
seen
yeah.
the Fortnite.
Yeah, he was grinding on that. for a
Yeah,
little
I was
bit.
remember
Oh,
being on
decent on Fortnite?
Yeah, bro, on Twitch, bro.
He
Yeah.
would-
If he would have kept, bro.
If he would have kept
If he
going.
would have kept, bro, on
Alright.
Twitch, bro, we would be looking at how I be on Twitch getting paid and shit. He'd have making more than me,
Yeah.
cause he had it, bro.
Yeah, he
Them
stopped
just was
doing
in
it.
there in that chat chatting. I done went to his shit just to support him at work. I'm looking at him like, man, damn, we got this many people in there.
Just
Right.
watching.
Just
us.
watching
Yeah.
him play, and then in the comments, his friends from school. What's his homeboy name?
JoJo.
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 They they
Cause JoJo go to school.
Right.
So it's like,
Alright.
that's his link to like.
to the friends
You
and
know what I'm
Tell Davey, I said, tell Davey.
right,
Yeah.
right. I done been there, bro. At his video, JoJo right there, and everybody on Instagram and Davey, they live, people going crazy.
That's
You did go
a
to one of
okay.
the video shoots.
Yeah, we went to the school joint, DSC. Shot it in the locker. Remember, I was an extra. Yeah. I was an actor. I was an actor.
No, we
in
never
it.
dropped that.
I know you
shit.
never dropped it.
I haven't though.
I know you have. I know you have.
So
You don't remember
y'all-
that? I was
so
an
y'all
extra.
make sure y'all get in these comments and tell Chico
I
to
had
drop that
everybody.
video.
We
man.
was all in that bitch, bro. That was a good.
Yeah.
That was a good
Get in
year.
these comments. Tell them
Bro,
to
I
drop the
had
video.
Gio and I had
Right,
G in there.
yeah.
Who else I had? I had Zammy in there before
Right, bro,
Zammy was
before
Zammy.
Yeah, bro.
Damn,
That
I
was
had
like-
Lex. Lex was in there.
That was like when we all was like clicked up though. It was like we were supporting each other. Because
Yeah.
remember that same year, you had came to me and Lex opening up for Rod Wave and
Right.
in Orlando and
Yeah.
all that. So we were just on some.
That
support.
show was lit too.
Yeah.
by
We
the
got to
way.
get back to that though. We
That
got to
shit.
get back to supporting each other and how we was.
Yeah.
You know, it was something.
You
I
know,
just,
it should just be the timing now.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
the studio really picked up over the past 2 years. This whole COVID shit, everybody just wanted. You know what I mean? The
Right.
timing is everything.
and you got to think too. I was able to build my brand to where I got busy or I got
Yeah.
able to see mine grow. So
it's a
like,
good thing.
Yeah, it's a great
Good
thing.
thing.
You know, we might get on the game, or we might, get on FaceTime every once in a while. I might send a master
Yeah.
over, and that's when we kind of
Yeah.
catch up, or when I come in here to do something. You know what I mean? So
Get
it's
some
like
beats
that.
made or something.
That relationship has always been there.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? It ain't never going.
I
nowhere.
always support, even if it's from a distance.
Right.
I'm always cheering.
And that's why I made this the first place that I wanted
Yeah.
to be in. Because this is
I
like,
appreciate y'all letting me join this.
hey man, this the first one. I feel like the first one had to be with somebody that I really fuck with. I don't want nobody just to be on it, just to be on it.
Especially with music.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, and music where this is basically my home studio.
Yeah.
Before I got the actual studio in the home, so this is where I was at.
And I'm glad that you did that, because now that gives you more time to learn your craft.
right.
I feel like every artist should have a home setup. I don't care if that bitch is a USB-C mic and they just holding it.
Right.
Like, at least have something to where you can hear yourself and create. That way you could perfect it
Right.
after you created
Right.
it.
I could definitely say
Nah, that's real.
get in the studio in the house and then getting the camera and shit was the best thing I think as a business owner that you like to see, because now everything is in house.
Yeah, plus you take your brand to a whole nother
Exactly. So
level.
you got to think now with the camera. I could just be shooting videos. We sitting here doing the podcast.
Yeah.
You branching out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then it's like Benji is not going to just be doing our videos. He has his own business now that he's able to run.
That way
to
you
be
can,
able to go out there to interview or like this or.
And that's gonna help build the brand even more.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Then we got all these different pockets of money,
Avenues.
of to success. One, you don't know which one going to pop first, but you could just give as much energy in every single
And
one
the
of them.
great part about it, they work hand in hand. Everything work hand in hand.
Yeah. Oh yeah, all this was talking about music.
Yeah.
Music brought us together.
It's crazy.
You know? It's crazy the things that music could do for you. It could save your life. You know what I mean? It just, or even if you're not trying to put music out, you could just rap just to get something off your mind and be able to get through the next day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just a form of expression of what you got going on. You know
That's
what I'm
why
saying?
you'll find me taking a couple of days off back to back, just to kind of like not get burnt out.
Right.
I'm in the studio so much, bro. It's like literally I'm here probably here more than my crib. Sometimes I'm here so much that I just go to the crib to sleep and then wake up and do it again.
Bro, I remember when we used to be on Fortnite, you be here like, damn, bro, it's 3 a.m. Yeah, bro, I just got done in the session. I just wanted to get on real quick.
Bro, that's it.
Yeah.
Not, like, I barely have time to play the game now.
It be like that.
It'd be like 12, 1 o'clock at night for like 2 hours and I'm done.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because you already tired. You been up since what? I know you normally check in by like 3.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that's your come in time. Yep. So you got to think 3 to 12, that's 9 hours straight of just recording people.
Just recording, bro.
Think about that.
Or just being here.
Right, we ain't put in masters. We ain't put in y'all shooting videos.
Yeah.
So would you say that's the toughest part of engineering, just the time that you have to spend? Yeah, the workload.
Nah, the most challenging part about being an engineer is making sure everybody sounds good. Like when you leave, I want you to have a product that you could be happy with and satisfied with, so you don't have to go nowhere else. You know what I mean? Like, cause you put the time in to do this. You want to make sure that when a client comes in, that they're happy with what they get.
Okay.
It's like going to a restaurant. You know, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna order something you already had, but it's different there. And the way to keep coming back there is to make sure that shit is good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, I could go here, but this place has it better, so I'm gonna just keep going here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Like, satisfied people.
Hey, you gonna see me at Longhorn all the time.
You know what I'm saying?
I rock with Longhorn.
I'm the Longhorn of the studio.
Like,
You feel me? Like,
For
that's
real,
how I
for
look
real.
at it. Like,
That's like being like a positive, like competitive mentality. You know what I'm saying? To like make yourself better than everyone else.
Yeah.
Because the quality now is gonna be better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's gonna force everyone else to be better as well. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
but that's one of the most challenging parts, though, to answer your question, is just making sure that everybody's comfortable and making sure that they sound how they want to sound when they leave here.
Right.
And that's the challenging part on trying to catch on my end while you're here.
I think that's a legendary answer right there.
Yeah, it is though, bro, and that just lets you know, of you giving a fuck about what you got going on. Right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Try to build that brand.
Because, everybody sound different.
Right.
Right? So it's like, yeah, I could build a template, but it's like, I could put that template on me and it sounds amazing, but I put it on you, it don't sound amazing.
Right, yeah, I'm just finna
You
yell,
still
hey,
got to
on this.
work in that template to make you sound good type shit. So,
Right.
He's gonna do what? Just yell, hey.
Hey, hey, that's typical. You feel me? You ain't even gotta ask me.
Hey.
As soon as I'm done with the verse, go straight to the ad-lib.
That was a legendary.
That's one of the best tags I feel like. You know what I
Fire.
mean? I love that tag. That tag been with me since day one when I just was managing. So
Yeah, I had a couple different tags too throughout the years. I think the one that I have now, I've pretty much had for the past 2-3 years.
about 2 years, I think. I know when I get my master's, I'm like, he ain't changed it yet. Because I remember at first you was kind of figuring it out. You had Davey trying to do one, I think. And then
Zammy's on this one that I've been using.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
shout out Zammy, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's another.
You gotta bring him again.
Yeah,
Shout
that's
out
another
to
one,
him.
man. Yeah, man. One of my questions is, how did you get started with? I know you said you were an artist first, and then you went to engineering.
Yeah.
But when did you hit that point where you were like, man, I could be an engineer?
At first, a lot of it was like, man, I just need a job.
Mm.
I didn't want to go work 9 to 5.
Okay.
And I was like, man, what could I do to like, I still love music. I don't really want to rap no more though. But I still want to, I can't make a beat. And I feel like trying to learn how to make beats is like a whole different language. It'll take me so long.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even with the engineering's like that too, but I just grasped it a little bit better.
So it's a little more natural for you?
Yeah, a little bit more natural. So it was like, fuck it, I'm gonna try this. When I first opened up the studio, I didn't even really plan on like making it successful how it was. Yeah, I kind of went in there and just kind of did it as a hobby at the beginning.
Oh wow.
Yeah, just to stay involved with music.
How hard was it for people like in your outside of the music life, your family, close ones to like buy into that? Like, was it like, you know, supportive, or was it like, what are you doing? Or
Yeah, at the beginning, you know, the wifey was like, man, you got 6 months. You got 6 months, because you know you got to pay for everything. You got to invest everything you make back into the situation.
Right.
The equipment, even just the overhead, paying rent is ridiculous.
Right.
So it's like, you got 6 months. That shit became profitable in like a month.
And then that's when you started.
That's when I was like, okay, maybe I could really do this for everybody in the city, and they, you know what I mean? Like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go all in with it, and that's really how the name came up.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So you didn't even think, it just was like
Bro,
natural.
it was all in. Like, you gotta be 100% all in with what you do to make something out of it.
Right.
So it was like, it was perfect. Actually, wifey came up with the name. She was like, why don't you just call it All In?
Shout out wifey, man.
Yeah,
Right,
shout out wife.
Hey, shout out wifey, man. She already know. Hey, y'all always, you know, treat me like family. So
Yeah.
I know my face is good. Y'all good with me, vice versa. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, any advice for upcoming engineers though in the game?
Just keep working on it. Like, I still learn new shit every day.
Right.
You see, the time you were with me, I've been on Logic the whole time.
Right.
The past 6 months, I've been doing nothing but Pro Tools, so I kind of learned myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just keep progressing and progressing. I feel like, you know what I mean? Like, different little tricks and shit that you can learn and incorporate with your workflow to make it better and easier. You know what I'm saying?
That's fire.
That's kind of what I would suggest to everybody out there that's trying to engineer, is just keep learning. You know what I mean?
Like with the engineering, because I hear you say you switch to Pro Tools. That's like, you do like research, like looking up YouTube videos and stuff like that, or it's kind of like,
yeah. Everybody asks me, where'd you go to school for? I say YouTube University.
word.
You know what I'm saying?
I love that. YouTube University.
YouTube University, bro. Like, you can learn anything off of that.
Graduated with honors?
Most
Man,
definitely.
I graduated with barely passing. Because you gotta really learn it on your own.
Right, so you just walk,
Somebody could tell you on a video, but if you don't know it, you don't know it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, what's he talking about? Yeah, I can copy your settings,
Right.
but that ain't learning it.
Right.
But
That's like,
the thing with me about like learning from YouTube though, is like you go to like look up something and it's a gang of just like videos of like different people
with how they do it.
Exactly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can get like a few different.
Grab.
Exactly.
Put them in your bag and make your own.
Exactly.
My bad.
We good, bro.
But
What was the okay? Like, this is a question, kind of for me and you. Like, working with me, what was the hardest thing that you had to deal with?
The hardest was getting your sound.
Right.
Because you know your sound is kind of different from everybody else's. You got a unique sound. They would say in the industry, you have a unique sound. So it's kind of like trying to juggle on how to make your sound be the best for you.
Right.
And creating that extra sound that you're gonna love on top of what you already do. So that would be like, that was one of the challenging parts on just how to mix your vocals to make it sound to where you wanted them to sound. You know
Right,
what I mean?
because you know, as the artist, I know what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
You know, after I'm done
Now
writing
you
it.
do.
Yeah.
Now you
Yeah,
do.
definitely
Yeah.
now. Like, especially, I can say, what is it? It's 2022, bro. The last about 2 years, I know down to a T.
How
When
you
I need
need
some
it
shit
to
to
sound.
sound.
Yeah.
And if it's not sounding like that, I'm like, yeah, bro, we got to do something over, or we got to sit down, or
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. But I'm more of a hands-on guy, anyways.
Yeah.
So it's like certain mixes and masters I've always wanted to be a part of, but I get the fact that, you know, a lot of it is done, you know, when you're working in your zone.
Yeah.
So it's like
A lot of people don't understand the mixing and mastering process.
Yeah.
Like, it takes me a week to finish one master. Because you got to think about it, right? With running the studio, you're doing sessions. Then you got to find the time for mixing, first of all. And then you got to find the time for mastering. It's two separate processes. It's not one, like, where people think, like, oh, can you mix it? Is that a master too? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
all different.
Right.
And then you got to juggle the time. Your ears got to be fresh when you're working on a mix and master, because you don't want to come in here and do 10 sessions and then try to master afterwards.
Yeah, it's
That
right.
was
It don't
my
make no
question.
sense. Yeah.
That was my question.
Yeah.
You take a break before you.
Yeah,
between
that why,
mixing and mastering.
and that's a day break. Like, I'll come in and work a couple hours, and then the next day I'll come in and work another. You know what I mean? Like,
Word.
it's
Just
you
to
gotta
keep yourself
balance it.
fresh.
Yeah, to
You
keep
say
it
you don't
fresh.
turn up.
And normally it's before all the sessions for that day. So it's like coming in a little earlier.
Oh, so you get it out the way, so
Yeah,
that way your
got
ears
you.
is good the rest of the day.
Yeah, got to.
That made perfect sense.
Because it's different
Yeah.
frequencies when you're mixing and mastering to capture from when you're just tracking and recording vocals. You know what I mean?
That's cool. That makes sense. I mean, you know, that's like you just.
That's why it's like a week turnaround. How I tell people it's like a week turnaround. They look at me. I'm like, nah. See, that's how I know you ain't.
Right.
You ain't.
What's crazy is when I send it, I always tell Lex or whoever, you know, working with me, like, hey, it's probably gonna be about a week or so, bro.
Yeah.
I just know how you work.
Yeah.
If you know that and especially when you mastering, once we get to like 2 weeks, I'm like, oh, hey, bro, what?
Yeah.
You know, because I know how you work.
If it gets that long, it's probably because I got my hands full with a couple different ones.
Right, bro, right. I know you do, you know, first.
I try to do 3 at once.
Okay.
I don't try to like put no more on my plate. You know what I mean? Because that's just making y'all wait longer.
Right, so you'll take the 3 and then you'll kind of have a waiting list after that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean that
makes sense.
That's how you would get right. I have a deep one right here. Now, this gonna put you on the spot with a lot of you people that you work with.
Mm-hmm.
What's the top 5 artists? You know, that's how we finna get. What is the top 5 artists all time from catalog, from being professional when they come in here knowing, you know what I'm saying, they gotta come in here and all, you in here with, you supposed to be in here for 3 hours, you're in here for 6, and it's because of them. What's the top 5 artists just front and back where when they come in here you already know, okay, bro, you know what I'm saying, I know he not coming in here just to record, I know this song gonna drop, I know this gonna happen, and he's knocking these sessions out.
There's only a handful. I'm gonna tell you why though. That it's not a bad thing, because a lot of people like to come in and experiment.
Mm-hmm.
They want to know if the shit's for them.
Of course.
So it's like they'll come in and waste time, which like over the years, like I've had to like wrap my head around it on why they're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
It's to better themselves. You gotta pay to learn.
Right, of course.
You know what I'm saying? So if you got a newbie that comes in here, you know, we use newbies because we, you know,
yeah.
But we use newbies, so they don't know what they're doing. They don't know how it's supposed to sound, so they got to build a catalog in order to figure that out. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So
we won't count them. Let's count the ones that know what the hell's going on.
I would say
we want to start from 5 to 1 or 1 to 5. One is the best one.
Oh, you want to judge it like that? Or you just want to do top 5? Like,
top 5, but we judging it.
Damn, that might. Okay, so I would say that's one of the most professional ones that come in and really work and on time. Like, I would say it would have to be Trill Will.
At 1 or 5. Or he's just top 5.
He's probably just in top 5.
We'll do your top 5.
Yeah, just top 5.
We'll leave it at that, top 5.
I would say Trill Will. Said, you boys come in here and know what the fuck y'all got going on when y'all come in here.
Of course.
I would say 819 Bebe. He's an amazing artist, knows exactly how to do it, what he wants to do. Man, there's a lot, bro, to really stick out. Mm-hmm. Bebe, you got Bebe. Samp. You know Samp? Yeah, Samp. Samp is like how you like was trash at the beginning and just kind of like excelled over time.
You know what's crazy about him? I remember seeing him at the Den, and I saw like, okay, I can see where he's going with it.
Yeah.
He just needs some more time.
Yeah, he got that uniqueness too.
And then I heard him, you know, a year later or whatever. I'm like, he's getting there now.
Yeah.
Feel me? So I can just imagine now.
Yeah. He's one of those that'll take in what you say and really do it. Right. Apply it.
Right.
So I would say he's got to be in my top 5. This other artist is crazy. I work with a Hebrew artist. He comes in and raps Hebrew.
You know what's crazy?
It's amazing.
We was here for that.
Yes.
Remember that? We was here for that. Bro. Me and Lex came in.
His name's Soup.
And I remember sitting here, and I was like, well, what the fuck is going on here? And I remember walking in like, who was he recording? And then his homeboy was saying that he bring the guy with him all the time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was in a rapping and that, and I had no idea.
Was it sliding? Like kind of sliding?
Yes.
You know what's crazy, bro? I was sitting down.
Like, your hands to that shit?
I don't know what he's saying, bro, but
it shit sound good.
It might be it.
So what's crazy about our sessions, right, is that we'll do the session and then we'll do an extra hour and we'll just talk. So it's like, okay, so he drops a song and then I'll be like, hey, what does that mean, by the way?
Oh, like just talking about
how he looks at it and how his vision for it. And it's like, I'm not Hebrew, but damn, like it makes you think like, damn, I might convert to be Hebrew. Like real shit though, like because the shit that he says and explains afterwards makes complete sense.
So it's like he talking about.
I'm not a religious
like,
person at all
so
either.
it's
So
on like religious, spiritual type.
Yeah. So it's like, and I've never been a religious person. Like I go by this kind of religion or this and this. Yeah. But when I listen to him, it's like, damn, bro, that shit make me think times.
I remember speaking with an engineer and they was telling me like he particularly didn't like R&B because there was a lot of tracks that you had to record, like
a lot of backgrounds and shit like that. Yeah, a lot of dubs and background vocals.
But you don't mind that, like.
You know, I come in and give my 2 cents. If it sounds good, I don't need it. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't need 5 layers on top of one that's gonna just drown out the main.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like a lot of artists don't know that. They think that that's how the structure is because they were told that.
Right.
But you at some point you gotta just trust your ears.
Right. And that's where your skill come into play.
Yeah. I make them understand like, bro, you could just trust your ears if it sounds good. It's like trying to fix something that ain't broken.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you were told that you need to do that don't mean that you have to do that.
Right. You mess it up even more.
Yeah.
Like
And you don't realize that until after the fact, after you already spend the money. Then you want to come back in and re-record it. You know what I mean? It's like.
That's the crazy part. That goes back to like remember the song 1 Hour I did with Child Prodigy.
Yeah.
Shout out Child Prodigy.
Yeah, Child Prodigy.
One of the best, just raw vocals I know. Like literally,
he's fire. He's super fire.
Definitely slept on in the city. Which is half the artists slept on in the city.
And you know what's crazy? He don't even stay around here. He travels like 2 hours to do sessions with me. It's crazy.
Remember we was here doing it, and remember people don't even know. I originally rapped that verse.
Yeah.
And then you were like, man, go try to sing that.
Sauce it up a little bit.
Yeah, and then he threw a little. I don't
and it's
do
one of your
auto-tune.
best tracks.
I don't even do auto-tune. Yeah. He got auto-tune. I'm in the headset. We got auto-tune on? I'm not Lex. I'm not Lee.
He do have auto-tune on. Everybody got auto-tune.
Yeah.
But it's just the amount.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not Sammy. I'm not Davey. I'm not Gio. Cut that shit off, bro. Mm-hmm. Feel me? So we in here, bro, and I'm talking about sitting. We had a 4 thing. A lot of people in here. It was just some off the.
Was it over here at the old joint?
It might have been at the old one. I think it was at the old one.
Yeah.
And I go in now rapping it. So then Lee like so then I went in love with it. And Chico was like, nah, bro, try to sing that joint, bro. Try to.
Yeah.
And he threw the auto tune on it. Next thing I know, it probably took an hour. That's the longest it ever took for me for 16 bars.
Yeah.
Because I don't do that. But that song there.
But you know what's crazy is that showed your progression as an artist and an individual of learning and growing as you go, because you can be able to switch it up on the fly and make something out of nothing.
Right. Well, it was by the relationship that we already had.
Yeah.
You know, I'm rapping, looking dead out the glass, looking at y'all.
Yeah.
Like, okay, and I'm looking at yay, nay, you know what I'm saying? What the fuck? And then you like, nah, bro, do it again. And then, you know, when we found it, I did the whole thing, and then we did it one more time, because I was able to see, when I heard it, like, oh, shit. Yeah. I still remember the effect that it had on everybody when it dropped.
Yeah.
People called my mama called
like,
me.
Whoa.
My mama called me,
They
bro.
were like,
Like, this ain't true.
My mama like, this can't. Where is this settle been at? And I'm like, man, we was in the studio. I said it to Lex. Lex wasn't even with me when I did it. Lex called my phone.
Yeah, because you know Lex is on that harmonizer shit. He can do it.
Lex like, what the fuck was bro? That ain't you, bro. And I'm like, bro, I just left the studio. I just got done.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is a hit. I sent it to Child Prodigy. He going crazy. That boy, bro. When did you start? I said I started doing it tonight. My shirt was off and everything in that bitch, bro. I mean that bitch, man. Okay.
Like how he do.
That
boy come in there and like D'Angelo, put his shirt off and all.
Yeah, Chico kept saying, do it again. I'm in that bitch like I'm in basketball for me. You know what, man? Hold on, let me get some water. I'm in that bitch getting mad. Let me start. Then I had to give me one. I just, you feel me? And it's just, I was able to find that, and especially when we found that note, and he wanted me to stay at that note where we found
that pitch.
Yeah, it just. Yeah. The shit took off after that.
It just sounded amazing.
Nah, yeah, that's always a wonderful feeling.
And I'm a trap music artist. That's still top 5 right now.
And coming outside the box, it made you be like, damn, I could do this.
If I wanted to.
If you wanted to, I could do this.
Right.
The versatility.
And that let me know where I was at as an artist last year. When I made that song, it made me like, well, damn, if I can do this,
I could try to do this.
I could try to do
other shit. Yeah.
And
going back to your question of like one of the toughest parts of being an engineer too is like having to deal with the client and the artist being like just overly critiquing themselves and not being sure about what they're doing.
That's a problem as an artist,
bro. It's like you second guessing what you're doing. Don't Just lay that shit down, listen to it, come back if you need to, then we fix it.
Right.
Don't stop your time, because time is money in this game. You know that. So every minute that you're paying for every minute.
Right.
And it's like, what's the sense of like taking 30 minutes on a hook? You know what I mean?
That's a long time on the hook.
All because you're like, hey, I don't like how that sound. I don't think I'm saying it right. Like, it's so many factors that can go into that.
And I can understand that too. Like, as an artist, like you get in and like you've practiced it in your head and like at home so many times, and then you get in there and that mic and
it's different.
It don't sound exactly like
a lot of people say that. Yeah, I didn't think it, and they say it for the better though. It didn't come out how I thought it was gonna come out. After laying it down, I'm like, see. That's what it is with you working and trying to figure it out, and then trying to just go and run with it. Don't try to critique yourself as you're doing it. If this bar needs to be fixed, we'll fix that shit afterwards. Let's just complete this shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you don't stumble on every bar after that, because you don't know if that's how it's supposed to sound.
Right.
You gotta be able to adjust on the fly and just go with it.
But jumping on what he's saying though,
Thought about it like that.
Once I come in though, it's really over with. And he knows that. It ain't the only judgments that get made is the judgments that he made. Yeah. But certain hooks, normally it's like I've already done yelled it at the house 1,000 times.
Yeah.
So when I come in, this bitch is like, I'm ready.
I feel like that's how everybody should be.
My phone not even out.
Yeah.
When we ain't here, my phone not even out. I don't have to be like, wow, what I did with that.
See, you eliminated that process by being prepared.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's just based off growing as an artist and growing as I'm a businessman first. You know what I'm saying? I run a business. So it's like, I know I rehearse these things, even the meetings that I have. I go over it randomly at work, just talking to myself, knowing that when 7:30, 8:30, normally our meeting times,
you're ready.
What
I'm going to say, yeah.
Right. And y'all hear me say in the meeting, I think I damn near covered everything without even looking. That's literally me practicing what I do, so when I come into the situations, I'm ready. So the labels call, I don't want to go in there with a half-ass song I'm not sure on. When they say, come with your best song,
already know.
I'm gonna make the house gallon this bitch.
Yeah, you already know.
Hey, Lex, what you think about this? Lex make that face. I know, okay, shit.
You already know,
if Lex make that face like that shit stink, it's time to go. That's the song.
Like,
Jesus. Like,
Lex do that shit. Lex be like,
yeah, that's the face right there, bro. That's the face right there. Like, he say, or Alexa be like, hey, you were that today? Yeah, bro, I just got done writing this shit, bro. Yeah, come on, bro.
You impress Lex, you know that's it.
Yeah, if you impress, bro. To me, Lex is one of the best artists that I've ever got the chance to work with.
Yeah, Lex is a motherfucker.
Just musically inclined on what the fuck is going on.
Lex is, you know what makes it so special about Lex is that he does it with ease.
Right, like this man just go just like make a hit and just come out. Right. Yeah, I just made it.
Yeah, he be like, bro,
and confident with it too. Like, nah, I ain't fuck up. That bitch sound good. I needed this sound.
I'm in the living room like, okay, yeah, bro. Where you get the beat from? I made the beat.
Yeah, just like nonchalant.
On some leak shit.
Yeah, today?
On some leak shit,
yeah. Bro, I was off today, bro. I
made the beat. I was sitting at the computer.
Right. And then normally, with the brand.
And come get your beats at Legendary Studio.
Yeah. Last question, dog, is I know, the world don't know. Tell these people, dog, the biggest people, famous people that have walked in the studio, come to Daytona Beach for on vacation in Orlando for a show, and they stop in this bitch and record. Let the people know who come in this bitch. Or who get a song mastered.
Okay.
Some big names you don't work with.
Biggest was on the way, and I was like, you gotta let me stay for that.
Yeah.
And then
he came here?
Came here. I just got done recording, but his people went and they didn't want nobody here. But Chico was like, bro, just for business rights, man. He's my boy, but I have to record, man. You gotta go. I'm like, what's a pretty patty coming in here, bro?
And he loved, like, every time he comes to Daytona, because he doesn't live around here no more. I think his people stay around here, but every time he stops in, he always comes to the studio. So it's like he shows a lot of love.
Yeah, bro.
Who have I had in the studio? I've had Rod Wave in the studio before he was really Rod Wave.
Right.
I didn't record him though. He was just in a session. I had one of Kodak Black's artists in here. The one that passed away recently. Who else?
That people don't know about. That people don't know about these recordings with these people or these just interactions that you had.
Yeah, because you can't be like fan. Like, you gotta just be on like your professional shit. Like, that's why I don't really take pictures with a lot of artists, because I don't want to like shine off of they shine. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Yeah. Well, shit.
I appreciate you having me.
That's gonna be the first episode, man.
Wow.
D. You know what I'm saying?
I think it went well, man.
Yeah, man.
I think it went well.
Me,
Y'all think it went well?
y'all let us know in
Listen,
the comments.
put in the comments
Like
what you
it,
think.
man. Like I say, y'all gonna start seeing more Chico, man. We've been supposed to start at Sauce House TV, but today is the day that
Yeah,
we're
we gonna lock in. We gonna lock in.
We're gonna have a known location.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna bring people from around the city, artists, just influencers, people out there that's popular that can, you know what I'm saying, that need to get their brand out there. We're talking about models, whatever.
Yep.
So hit our line, bro. You know what I'm saying, right now while it's free. You
Yep.
feel me? And we're gonna be out there and we're gonna show love and hopefully you show love back. But that's gonna wrap it up, man. I
Yeah.
appreciate you, boy.
Make sure, yes sir. I appreciate you. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. They love Chico, the Mixed God.
Yeah, man. We going, man. Legendary.
Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. I told that bitch you better hold up. Suck a dick, I made her throw up. Legendary about to blow up. Million niggas need to hold up, hold up, hold up. Told that bitch you better hold up. Stacking money from the flow up. In the mirror doing donuts.
Legendary.